Hello, my name is Marina McElroy Walker. I'm in Professor Yarmchuk's class in Communications 101, Unit 3. This is the independent project done 26th of June 2011. On this particular project, I decided to tell you a little bit about the Dallas A-kon convention that I attended this year. Well, I personally enjoy doing costumes, so I go there to dress up in costumes and check out what everybody else is making, and I serve as the A-kon cosplay room staff. Well, this particular year, we had a guest lined up that was supposed to be doing the judging for the cosplay. And if you're not familiar with what cosplay is, that's dressing up as anything from game to cartoon characters to random anything. You might know Gundam. I saw some Gundams running around. Another popular one this year was Doctor Who, since it's gone through a revive over the last few years. But mostly what you see is anime-related costumes. And this particular year, our guest star judge that was supposed to be working both days of the convention, both Friday and Saturday, going through and flipping seams, hems, and overall looking at what the attendees had created for their costumes. And on the second day, she wasn't able to attend because they scheduled her wrong, so she was giving a speech at the same time as she was supposed to be judging. So our good friend and director of the A-kon cosplay, she decided to ask me to take over since she sees that I do really good costumes, and she thought, well, you go online and find all the different costumes that are for sale, as well as trying to find all the different ways of making them. So she picked me and another girl to try to help judge all of the cosplay costumes. Well, one of the things I ran across a lot this year was a lot of work people were doing with beads and insignias out of a light sort of clay. I haven't actually worked with it myself, but they did spectacular work. I could not believe what these people were putting into these costumes, doing eccentric beadwork, combinations of armory, and even putting in lights and everything all over their suits, recreating these images from the anime and video games that they so admired, or TV shows. Anyway, going on, one of the things that I noticed a lot of was, of course, that, and I had also run across another problem. When judging this competition, we were supposed to know the difference between something that come out of Hong Kong bought on eBay and something you made at your own home. So I had to be able to tell the difference between what you would have as a standard machine stitch for a basic sewing machine or any kind of seamstress work versus industrial style sewing. There is a very unique difference between them, and it was pretty obvious. One girl in particular had an elaborate story of how her perfect costume, where everything fit together, was magically done on her friend's serger who lived 2 hours out of town, and she ordered a jacket online, and for some reason the materials turned out to be precisely the same color and design and stitching, so it really didn't add up. I learned a lot from all of the competitors in the competition. From one particular girl had a very simple dress, which she used a noodle from a like you would use in a swimming pool for the hoop on her skirt, and I thought that was particularly sweet and cute how they could recreate something like that from a very basic thing you'd buy at Walmart. And most of the costumes that were the most elaborate really were something that was done in only 2 weeks. I had plenty of costumes that was 6 months plus they were working on them. You could tell there was at least thousands of dollars that went into each one of these costumes. But overall, the art of cosplay and doing these costumes is magnificent to really see when people truly get into it. The Dallas cosplay that I see is miraculous compared to other conventions I've attended. they really step it up to such a degree and such a professional level that it's truly hard to judge this. Next year, I've been asked to return as a judge, which is kind of sad for me because I'd like to compete. I've never actually won anything for myself despite wanting to. I normally get stuck working somewhere at the convention, but I get a free ride into the convention, so I can't complain too much. Uh, Overall, it is a great convention to attend. I would highly recommend anybody that's in the Dallas area or close to it looking into A-kon for next year and coming and taking a really big look at this. If you have any interest in fashion, design, or costume making, this is really an event to attend and enjoy it. The difficulty of all these was fantastic. I'm so happy I got to judge this year because I learned a lot altogether. Thank you for your time and have a nice night.